Good morning. What a crisp, beautiful day today. Look at those colors in the background as I'm walking here. It's an amazing day. I hope your day is amazing. I had the opportunity to go visit a friend who formerly was homeless a couple weeks ago, and he had a peace, a confidence, a relaxed attitude about him that prosperity can't bring. And that was really interesting to me, that when you study God's personality, maybe you could read that in Proverbs and read what he put through Solomon about the poor there. When you study that, it just has a constant idea to consider the poor. Consider the poor. And I think part of that is that we were all spiritually poor when we were born, and we received all the wealth that is completely possible spiritually when the Spirit came to live in us. There is no more wealth than what you already have spiritually. You have attained the true riches. And so Galatians, which is arguably one of the most succinct explanations of what happened on the cross and how the laws don't pertain to you, Paul says in there, when he talked to the other disciples, the only thing they asked him to do was the thing he was longing to do, and that was to remember the poor. Isn't that interesting? Just remember the poor. So when you think about that and you consider your own poverty spiritually at one point in time, you can greater appreciate whatever value you have physically, but you can unbelievably value what you have spiritually as you begin to know more and more what that really means. So remember the poor. But when you think about Philippians, where Paul said that I have learned contentment, he went on from there to talk about I can do all things through Christ. And that wasn't an athletic verse he said there. He was just talking about that he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. And that was referencing he's lived in poverty and he's lived in prosperity. And I'd say one of the hardest things about prosperity is that there's the temptation to worry about losing what you have. And when you're impoverished, you don't have anything. You don't have to spend any brain time thinking about that. Well, you can't lose your spiritual prosperity, so you don't have to spend any time worrying about that. So what I'd encourage you today is remember the poor, realize that you are unbelievably wealthy on the spiritual realm, and enjoy your day and have a spectacular one. See you soon.